do? Welcome to back to my channel. Hello. We are kind of sort of going back to our roots with the reaction content. I'm very excited about this because it's something I've been putting off for absolutely no reason except I just didn't get around to it. And as you can probably tell by the title of the video, we are reacting to Epic the Musical. I'm so freaking excited. I'm so excited. I have been on and off following the journey of Epic the Musical since I think its conception, like years ago, like when I was like fully into TikTok and stuff like that. Like, because I am a huge fan of Percy Jackson and Greek mythology and mythology in general, and like old like epic adventures and stuff like that. And so when I heard that there was going to be Jorge Rivera Herranz was writing a musical based on the Odyssey, which is one of my favorite stories of like involving Greek mythology and stuff like that, I was really excited. And in the clips and stuff I've heard of the songs and the different talents that he's gotten to sing for this musical is so exciting, so freaking cool. So we're not doing the entire musical because that would take forever. We're gonna break it down into the different like sagas that he has released the songs and stuff. So we're gonna be starting with the first saga, which is the Troy Saga, and we're gonna just go ahead and hop in and start with the horse and the infant. So let me start screen recording. Okay, we're gonna start with the horse and the infant.
Alright, my brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay. 10 years of war, they killed us slowly, but now we'll be the ones who slay. Think of your wives and your children. Your families wonder where you've been. They're growing old and yet you're still here. Do what I say and you'll see them again.
Yes, sir!
Diomedes will lead the charge. Agamemnon will flank the guards. Menelaus will let our mates through the gates to take the whole city at large. Teucer will shoot any ambush attacking. Little Ajax will stay back. Nestor, secure Helen and protect her. Neo, avenge your father, kill the brothers of Hector.
Yes, sir!
Find that inner strength now. Use that well of pride. Fight through every pain now. Ask yourself inside, what do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for?
What do you live for? What do you try for? What do you wish for? What do you fight for?
Penelope, Penelope, and Telemachus. I fight for us. I fight for us.
What do you live for?
Penelope.
What do you try for?
Telemachus.
What do you wish for?
I'm on my way.
What do you fight for?
Attack! Who was that?
A vision of what is to come cannot be outrun, can only be dealt with right here and now.
Tell me how.
I don't think you're ready. A mission to kill someone's son, a foe who won't run, unlike anyone you have faced before.
Say no more. I know that I'm ready.
I don't think you're ready.
It's just an infant. It's just a boy. What sort of imminent threat does he pose that I cannot avoid?
This is the son of none other than Troy's very own Prince Hector. Know that he will grow from a boy to an avenger, one fumed with rage as you're consumed by age. If you don't end him now, you'll have no one left to save. You can say goodbye to
Penelope.
You can say goodbye to
Penelope. I could raise him as my own, or send him far away to home. Make sure his past is never known. I'm not waiting for ya, down on my knees for ya. I'm begging, please.
will of the gods.
Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
The blood on your hands is something you won't lose. All you can choose is whose.
Okay, I'm already obsessed. Okay, so I haven't read the Odyssey yet. I will be doing that. This might honestly be the push I need to actually read the actual thing. But I've consumed variations of it. Like I've seen a movie. I can't remember which movie, but a movie of the Odyssey, which was really good. I know the story. I've read, what is it? The Sea of Monsters, which is Percy Jackson book that kind of follows that specific storyline kind of vibes. And I'm obsessed. It's such a good story, and I love how Jorge was able to encapsulate so much of the like that beginning portion, like I guess you would say like the ordinary world kind of thing, in that one song. Like we're seeing this like what is to be, I assume the final battle in the Trojan War kind of situation, and he's showing off Odysseus's capabilities as a leader, as a war, as a general in this war kind of situation. He's sending his men out to do their various tasks, and also at the same time he's showing the humanity of him in just sending out his men to do these tasks and fulfill their jobs in the war, because it's like, go avenge your father or whoever, go do this thing, and like kind of like adhering to their wants, their needs emotionally, not just as a strategic mind. And then we get even more of that humanity when he's like, okay, and when the god or whichever god it is telling him, hey, you need to go kill this son, like, as one does. And he finds this child and he's like, this is a baby. You want me to kill a baby? It's like, if you want to get to your wife, if you want things to turn out good for you, kill this kid. And he's like, and they're like, it's the will of the gods. And he's just like, oh my god, kind of situation. And I love that. And Jorge's voice is so good. It's so good. It's definitely like, his voice isn't what I would picture for Odysseus, but at the same time, it's perfect for Odysseus, if that makes sense. As a person who loves retellings, I love musicals like this, because it's like they're taking such creative liberties, and despite the liberties that, like, even though they like subvert my expectations, they somehow still fit perfectly, if that makes sense. I don't know, I don't understand how it works either, but 10 out of 10. Anyway, and that was just one song out of like all of the songs in this musical. Gosh. Now we're moving on to Just a Man. And I feel like this one's going to get me emotional. I'm not ready for that. So, but we're going to do it anyway. So let's get it. Play.
I look into your eyes and I think back to the son of mine. You're as old as he was when I left for war. Will these actions haunt my days? Every man I've slain is the price I pay. Endless pain. Close your eyes and spare yourself the view. How could I hurt you? I'm just a man who's trying to go home, even after just a man who's fighting for his life. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife. I'm just a man. But when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? When does a ripple become a tidal wave? When does the reason become the blame? When does a man become a monster?
When does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? When does a man become a monster?
I'm just a man.
As expected, that was like a 2-minute song. Like, and I'm in shambles, okay? As expected, I knew that it was probably going to be like a continuation kind of thing of the horse and the infant, and it's him talking about, it's like, I just want to go home. I'm just trying to get home after this egregiously long war. I just want to go home. And like, I was already, I already felt bad for him, and I felt the pain and like the turmoil inside him. But then when he started like saying the things like, when does a comet become a meteor? Like, when the second he said that, it was over for me, because then he kept going. It's like, when does a candle become a flame? When does a man become a monster? Because that's so real. Because he's like, it made me hate the gods even more. Like, if there's one thing, it's like, as much as I love mythology from all cultures, especially Greek mythology and Roman mythology, I hate the gods. Every single one of them. Like, I may have favorites and ones that I like more than others, but I hate all of them so much, because they're in a like, all they do, they're these all powerful beings, but all they do is use humans to do egregious things and paint it as like some kind of heroic act. And for them to know that he is willing to do anything he has to get home to his family, and they're making him kill a boy that he says reminds him of his son, who was the same age when he left to come to this war. It's like the gods' goal is to make humans as monstrous as they are. Like, they're like, oh, these humans, they're a little too innocent for me. I don't like that we seem like the bad guys. Let's make them the bad guys too. Like, are you kidding? And then they have no choice. And if they freaking disobey the gods, and they're gonna be cursed. And him apologizing, he's like, forgive me, I can't live like this. And Jorge's voice for it, I may not originally have thought that his voice, the way, like, his singing voice was what I would want for Odysseus. It's perfect. No, he is Odysseus. I don't care, because Odysseus isn't some like meathead man. Okay, like the way that a lot, like some of the other like Greek heroes, he's not a Jason, he's not a Hercules. No, he's a big brain boy. Okay, he's a little bit like, he's strong, he's like powerful, of course, but he's also he's got a muscly brain. Okay, he's a buff scientist kind of type beat, right? And so he's a little bit of a nerd. And kind of the voice Jorge has is powerful and strong, but it's a little softer than like a Hercules or a Jason. And it's so perfect, but it's still powerful, okay? Like, low-key, he might be someone you might underestimate at first, but then he shows his brilliance and his willingness to do whatever it takes, and it's perfect. And I know I'm reading into this man's singing voice way too hard, but I feel like anybody who's obsessed with Epic the Musical does the same thing. If you're obsessed with things like Percy Jackson, you do the same thing. So I feel no qualms with this, with what I'm doing and how I'm overanalyzing this 2 songs into this very long musical. But now we're going to move on to Full Speed Ahead. I don't know. I'm assuming this is like they've won the war or whatever, and they're probably getting on the boat to attempt to head home. Okay, and as we know, that doesn't happen as easily as we would want. So let's get into it.
600 men, 600 men under my command, with only one goal in mind.
Make it back alive to our homeland.
600 men, 600 miles of open sea. But the problem's not the distance,
It's what lies in between.
and Ithaca's waiting. My kingdom is waiting. Penelope's waiting for me. So full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Captain,
You really cuss.
600 men.
600 men.
600 men with big mouths to feed. And we've run out of supplies to eat.
Curse the war, our food stores depleted.
600 men.
600 men.
600 reasons to take what we can. So Captain, what's the plan?
Captain, what's the plan?
Watch where the birds fly.
Watch where the birds
They
fly.
will lead us to land.
They will lead us to land.
There will hunt for food, my second in command. Now full speed ahead.
We're off and away we go. We're off and away we go.
Captain Polities,
Look! There in the distance, I see an island. I see a light that faintly glows. Maybe they're people lighting a fire. Maybe they'll share some food, who knows?
something feels off here. I see fire, but there's no smoke.
I say we strike first, we don't have time to waste, so let's break the place and...
No, Polities, gear up. You and I'll go ahead.
You and I'll go ahead.
We should try to find a way no one ends up dead.
We don't know what's ahead.
Give me till sunrise, and if we don't return, then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
We're off and away we go.
We're off and away
Full
we go.
speed
We're off and away we go. We're off and full speed ahead.
As I was correct. For a second, I was like, I thought I was wrong and that we were still in the war. No, we've left. We've left Troy. This song has solidified what I was already feeling in the fact that I am so immersed in all of this. I'm so, you see me closing my eyes and just kind of vibing because I'm picturing, I see the island. I saw the island that they saw, the light, the fire with no smoke. It's so good. Also, I love that we got more voices in this one. I know we had the other voice that was playing what I assume to be Zeus because probably in the first song, but I love that it was like we were having more of a dialogue. Like we had more human dialogue here and stuff like that. Like we had I've already forgotten their names, but we had like the second in command talking to us like, okay, we've got 600 men. We're running low on food because of the war. What are we doing? And he's like, let's follow some birds. Let's get to an island. We'll hunt. We've got the other guy. He's like, hey, there's an island over there. Maybe there are people that maybe they'll share. The other guy's like, we don't have time for this. Let's just burn the place down and take what we need. And I love that Odysseus is the voice of reason. He's like, we're gonna go scout. We're not gonna just go in there guns blazing. He's not that kind of dude, okay? Like he's not a pillager. But then he proceeds, it's like, if we're not back by sunrise though, you take those 600 men and burn this place to the ground, right? Because it's just king energy, in my opinion. I just love what DC, he's like, his first instinct isn't to destroy and kill anyone. He's like, let's find a solution where nobody ends up dead, right? He's like, I'm so tired of bloodshed. I don't want anyone else to die. However, if it comes to that, you know what to do. He's so good. And like the soundscape, the accompaniment behind the vocals is insane. The orchestra, the drums, everything about it. And then like the extra soundscape of like the waves of the ocean, as like, since they're on ships and stuff like that, is so, it helps. It's so good. It's so good. Like, honestly, I need to listen to more musicals. I feel like I'm depriving myself because this is such an experience. I always forget how much I love musicals until I'm consuming one. Specifically like musicals like this, where it's honestly, you may not even need any dialogue because of the fact that the songs tell the whole story and you can just see it, right? And I love everything about this. I'm trying to remember the order of events of things that happen in the Odyssey. I haven't read it or heard the story in a long time, so some of the things get mixed up in my head. I feel like we're on Cersei's island, because like I believe when we got to Cersei's island, we still had a lot of men and stuff like that before we left. So this whole journey of listening to Epic the Musical is gonna be me simultaneously listening to the story and relearning what was going on, but also guessing before every song what the heck is happening, what we're doing, right? So yeah, I think we've reached Cersei's Island. If I'm wrong, we'll see. You probably already know if you're watching this. So let's listen to Open Arms now.
You can relax, my friend.
Huh?
I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service and try to relax, my friend.
I'm fine, Polites.
Think of all that we have been through. We'll survive what we get into. I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword, enough said. Why should we take when we could give? You can show a person that you trust them when you stop and lower your guard. Here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you, this life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Welcome.
Stay back!
Stay back. Stay back.
My friend, greet the world with open arms.
We're only here for food. 600 friends are waiting for us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you. If we don't get back safely, my men will turn this place into blazes.
Here you go.
See? This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, so we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree, but look at the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds. It took me a while to notice just what kind of fruit they eat. It's a lotus, it controls your mind and never lets you free. That's what we'd get with open arms.
Lotus eaters, I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat?
The cave. Cave, cave.
A cave! You're saying there's a cave where we could feast. And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave?
East, that way.
Thank you.
Welcome.
this life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see in your face there's so much guilt inside your heart. So why not replace it and light up the world? Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Greet the world with open arms.
You can relax, my friend.
No, because is every song on here just gonna make me sob? First of all, I love Polites with my entire heart, and it is that fact right there that I know for a fact he is about to die. Because you may not know this, you don't know this for sure, but I have a bad habit of clinging to characters that are destined to die, right? So like it's a curse. It's been a curse for years at this point. Every time I like a character, they either die or suffer something horrendous. And it, like, whichever character is my favorite, and at the moment, besides Odysseus, my favorite is Polites. I know we only know like 4 characters right now. However, this cute little bean singing this song, hey, life's not so bad. It's okay. I know we just went through a terrible war, but we're on our way home now. If that's not the most death flaggiest of songs that you've ever heard, my poor baby. Polites, babes. Gosh dang it. Also, we're not on Circe's Island. We're in the Lotus Eaters. I forgot that was a part of this story. I forgot how much of mythology happens in freaking the Odyssey. Because I totally forgot that the island of the Lotus Eaters situation was here. And that's their first stop. That's crazy. Obviously, we don't trust the Lotus Eaters. No, we do not. We do not want to be stuck on this island. We're trying to get home to Penelope and Telemachus. We don't have time to eat lotus things. Also, slay to Odysseus for knowing that, hey, these are the lotus flower things. We can't eat these or we will be stuck here like these fools. Also, I was very shook when we got the weird voices of the Lotus Eaters. I was so confused. I was like, are we talking to gremlins? What is happening? There's no way he's just gone through a decade, with the Trojan War was 10 years, right? A decade, maybe over a decade of war, and he is this naive to be on a magical island, to have left a war as bloody and intense and grueling as that, is on the sea on his way home. We stop at an island, you meet these weirdos, your boss is telling you these flowers are magic, and if you eat them, you're gonna get trapped here, and you're just being like, greet the world with open arms, like this is a Disney movie. What? Though I do love this song, and it made me feel happy, but it also made me feel sad. So, take that as you will. Anyway, we are now on the last song of the Troy Saga for Epic the Musical. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, but I'm also kind of sad. This whole thing was only section was only 16 minutes long. But I think that's good. This is a good amount, and the video won't be 10,000 years long. But yeah, so now we're going to get into Warrior of the Mind, which is so exciting. So let's get into it.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Athena!
Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you. I see you changing from how I've designed you. Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you. Goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior. Let's go! Maybe one day he'll find
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Nice try, but two can play this game.
Nah, don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are Athena. Badass in the arena. Unmatched, witty, and queen of the best strategies we've seen.
If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Sounds like a plan. Goddess and man, bestest of friends.
We'll see where it ends.
Okay.
Maybe one day they'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know we'll change the world, 'cause we are the warriors of the mind. Maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the mind. I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind. Don't disappoint me.
We have reached the end, and that is the song that I think I've heard. That was one of the songs where I've heard the most. Only the specific clip where it's like, "Don't be modest. I know you're a goddess. You are Athena." That part constantly on like shorts, reels, TikTok, and as soon as Athena showed up, I was like, "Ooh, I know where we're going." But Athena has entered the chat. One of my favorite of the gods. However, I still hate her guts. I still hate her. I love how her thing is intelligence, wisdom. Like, she is a war goddess, but she's the mental part. Warrior of the mind is exactly that. Like, she's like, she doesn't want you to just go into war with brute force and savagery. That's Ares' thing, okay? He's the god of war. She is the god of war strategy and wisdom, right? She's like, use your brain. And I love that she saw Odysseus and was like, this is a guy after my own heart kind of situation. And I love that he tricked her. It's like, hey, I know you're there. I see you. And she's like, how do you see through my spell? And she's like, I didn't. I got you. Right? Like, he's able to like use his intelligence and his strategic mindset even against her, which I love. However, as cool as it may seem to be noticed and appreciated by one of the gods, it's never how that goes. Okay, even in that last moment in the song where she's like, "Don't disappoint me," it just shows. It's like a foreshadowing. It's like the moment the gods notice you and find you, like, and choose you as their champion or whatever the F, you can absolutely do not a singular thing wrong. If you do, it's over. Okay, and just from what I remember in the Odyssey, I can't stand her. I can't deal with her. And then outside of the Odyssey, in other pieces of media like Percy Jackson, the books, and the show, you do one thing to upset her, whether it's your fault or not. Your fault or not. And she's like, I wash my hands of you. I digress. Thoughts on Epic, the Troy Saga. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I felt so many emotions the entire time. Obviously excitement that was immediately turned into stress and sadness, and then was transitioned into sadness that was also anxiety, and then more excitement but also more anxiety, because it's like, I know the story, but it's just like, how is he going to portray it and how is he going to rip my soul out with it? And I love how immersive every second of this was. The second the first notes played in freaking The Horse and the Infant, I was like, I'm there. I'm in the, like, I felt like I was like a little invisible phantom in the midst of Odysseus and his men preparing for this final battle of the Trojan War. Like, I felt I was right there, like, as he was giving orders and stuff like that. I felt I was walking next to him as he was going to go kill this child. I felt I was on the ship with them when they were finally leaving, when they were walking among the Lotus Eaters. And then, like, in this flashback moment when Athena chose him, like, it's just so exciting. It's so fun. And it's just great, specifically for me. And I know, like, probably people like me who grew up with, like, little pieces of this story and other stories and of this world and this mythology through stories like Percy Jackson and Disney's Hercules and like Hollywood remakes of the different stories and stuff like that, or even read the actual books that these are based on, right? And it's just so cool. It's just so cool. And it's a musical that it's like, I love musicals in general, but it's like I love that there are becoming more musicals that are so, I guess, niche. Because it's like, I don't want to compare this too much to like Hamilton in that, but it's like in that aspect where it's so niche and honest, like low-key kind of random, the topic of like choosing Greek mythology, because like why make it like, it's like, I know it's like, it's of the mythologies, it's a very popular one, it's a very like pulled from story, like group of stories and stuff like that, but it's like, to make an entire musical over specifically the Odyssey, it just seems so, like, it seems so obvious, but at the same time so niche. Like, there's such a specific group of people who are personally immediately so obsessed with this, and like everyone's always talking about their Roman Empire kind of thing. My Roman Empire is Greek mythology, which is like so close together. Like for there to be now an entire musical fueling that is exciting. And then, I don't know if this is true, I think it is, because I heard it from a source that I trust, a booktuber that I really like. I cannot remember her name, and she also listened to Epic the Musical like months ago, I think, like a while ago, and she said that Jorge is going to be making another musical based on something else. Was it the Iliad? So like the actual Trojan War, like the war in which Odysseus fought in and is leaving now. I believe that's the one. Either way, I heard through the grapevine that he's making another musical, and I'm already excited, and I've only listened to 5 songs. 16 minutes of my life has been dedicated to Jorge Rivera Herranz, and I can't wait for the next hour and 44 minutes of this musical to take over my life. It's so good. The way he was able to, like, him and his team, like whoever he worked with on this, the vocalists, producers, the musicians, everything that went into these, even just these 5 songs, has immersed me into the world of the Odyssey. And now, truly and completely, I want to do nothing else except consume the Odyssey. I want to go find some movies. I want to read the actual book. Like, maybe I'll read the first section of the book. I don't know what I want to do. I'm so obsessed with the world already that I don't want to be out of it. And I know I could just move on and listen to the next saga. However, I also don't want this to end. I love immersion. I know people are like, it's kind of a cliche word at this point, like it's like, oh, my immersion, all this stuff, but it's like, I love that. It's like, I don't mind being taken out of it, but I think a token to how good a piece of media is how well it's able to pull you back in if that immersion is broken. And that's what Jorge has managed to do with Epic. Even, like, again, I've listened to 5 songs, but in those 5 songs, I could visualize everything. I need some creative individual who is willing to give Jorge all the money he wants and needs to create a actual film adaptation of Epic the Musical, not Hollywood, preferably, to do that. Because this is a freaking masterpiece, and I've listened to 5 songs. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. I loved this. I cried a little, I laughed a little, I gasped a little, I got hype, I got stressed, I felt so many ranges of emotions, and I cannot wait for the rest of it to destroy me. But anyway, those are my thoughts on Epic, the Troy Saga by Jorge Rivera Haranes. Or Harans. Sorry, my sir. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. If you've listened to Epic, the musical, either a part of it, all of it, what your thoughts are, what your favorite song is, who your favorite vocalist is, I guess besides Jorge. Tell me what song you think, if you know me as a human being, but also as if you don't know who I am off of vibes alone, which song which song coming up do you think is going to be my favorite one? So yeah, but with that being said, if you want to see my pretty face again, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.